Yo, what's going on, man? Free game all day, man. Like and subscribe my channel. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to me. Fuck with me. I know y'all probably see me with this little vest on, man. Like, wondering what's going on. Well, obviously I'm going to work, but at the same time, because I'm on light duty. So, for those who didn't know, I actually hurt myself at work. Not that y'all care or not, but I hurt myself at work. I had fluid in my right knee. Never had knee problems ever in my life. But when you're on your feet all day, and the type of work I'm doing, it, by me being 42 years old, it's gonna activate some problems that I didn't know I had because I'm working harder. So they actually put me on light duty. So I'm in a warehouse, and I'm actually we had to wear these vests. So I'm sitting down most of the time. So I'm not doing nowhere near the kind of work I was doing before. But anyway, that explains that. But my whole purpose of this video is because I felt like it needed to be made. It's something that I think that, I don't know if I touched on it, I'm not really sure. But if I have, I'm going to reiterate it because it is very important. Because it's more of a life lesson, And that is attempting to be yourself after being in a relationship with a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? So, some people, they act like they just can move on and, nothing is going to happen. They just go back to being themselves and everything is fine, everything is cool. But it's actually not that simple. So it's a mental struggle, and some people are not aware of it. So if you're not aware that you was with a narcissist, then you're not gonna know that you're even in this type of mindset. There's even this frame of mind. You're not even gonna even know because it's difficult. So the thing about being with one is like it's about 2 or 3 things can happen. Even you are gonna start to self-sabotage every relationship that you get in and not allow yourself to become your loving self that you was before you met the narcissist. Or you're gonna become one. Yeah, you're gonna become one. You become one, you start doing narcissistic things because you're angry, you're still bitter, you're still upset about what happened before, and you're going to start to try to treat people the way that you was treated, because then you're going to start thinking like, oh, well, I got to get them before they get me, and so narcissists can't create another narcissist. You know what I'm saying? They can't do that. But you become one though, and you start like running through people and ruining lives and hurting people. And for some reason, and that fuels you, and that makes you feel good that you had that type of effect on somebody. But that's not good because you lost yourself, and you allow the person to affect you so badly to where now you're treating everybody else like that. Yeah. Or you just become shelter and you don't deal with nobody. You know what I'm saying? You just don't do nothing. So the first thing is the sabotage. Like, a lot of people don't understand that they're doing this. They're afraid of love. They're running from somebody who's genuinely trying to get to know them. They don't know how to open back up. They don't know how to, love. They forget how to love again because they don't believe in it like they used to. So they start finding reasons, different things to get upset about, to be mad about, to be mad at them about. Anything a person do, they're looking for an excuse, or they feel like they're not good enough. And it's all fear-based. All is based off fear. You're afraid. you don't want nobody to have a hold on you. And I think, and see that the problem is that the way a narcissist handle you is because we allowed them to do it. We didn't make them do it. We allowed them to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't help the way they are. So we was that submissive, or we allowed them to get away with certain things to where they start feeling that way. And if they got away with one thing, they feel like they can do something else. And then they feel like they can do something else. Then they, like, you know what? This person ain't going nowhere. I can do whatever I want to do. Then they start just doing shit. So we gave them that power, you know, by forgiving them, by not holding them accountable, by not, you know, like letting them know, you know, like basically not by not walking away. And even if we did walk away, I know you're gonna say, well, I did try to walk away from them, you know, I did try to, but you accepted them back, and you allowed them to think that what they did was okay. So that's what fuels them, you know, to that level. So, you know, and so it's like when you meet somebody, you just kind of like, oh, you know, you look at everything, find everything that's wrong. The person could be actually perfect. You actually be a good catch, and you know, it comes down to you just not really ready for that, and it's okay. So if you feel like you're in this state of mind, then you need to take time out for yourself and put in your work. And what I mean by putting in yourself work, instead of just saying that phrase, I mean by meditating, by praying, by taking a long time, you know, by surrounding yourself around, you know, good, genuine people, and not dealing with people who are pushing or forcing you to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not forcing you to do that. You know, if you want to talk to somebody who's understanding, you know, who's not trying to be in that space, because you're not ready, and you're gonna feel backed in the corner. And I don't care how good that person is, I don't care how wonderful, you know, the person treats you, you still need that time, because you can't be loving completely to that person like how you should want to. That's if you want to, you know. So yeah, you need to put in that work a long time. If that means if you're a sexual driven person, yeah, that means that you might want to chill out on the sex. You know, you might want to do that too. So yeah. All right. So the other thing I was talking about was when you actually turn into one. So a lot of people get, and this is fueled by anger and revenge and malice, and you know, and you take on the personality of how they treated you. I had two of them who both of them was like, they had that mentality like, I gotta get you before you get me, and they felt like that because they dealt with so many, you know, bad apples because of who they picked, you know, and they see somebody who loves them and who wants to be with them, you know, and they take advantage of that, you know, and you know, and they want to pass on exactly what happened to them on to you. You know, they want to pass that on. That's what they want to do. They want you to feel exactly what they feel, and they will even give you the same advice that they took for them to get over it. And these are very, very toxic people. Like, they don't even understand how toxic they are. You know, like, why would you want to like put somebody through that? Why would you want to create another person that treated, you know, that you became? Like, no, you know. So, you know, these people need some serious healing, and they really need to pray, and they really need to be loved correctly, because they are out here destroying lives, and there's people who really seriously really do this. So at the end of the day, you know, you just want to take the time out for yourself. Take time out for yourself, get the proper and the correct, way to handle things. And it comes with a lot of maturity. And it takes a lot of time out for yourself before you jump out there and try to date again, because these situations are more serious than some people think, and they're life altering. That's the reason why I even talk about it, because I'm passionate about it, because it changed my life. And I don't think I would be where I'm at today mentally if I would have never experienced those experiences. Some people feel like and some people are more mentally strong than others, but some people never dealt with a real narc. But you have some people also who identified and they don't have a problem with separating, and that's what it comes down to. Is all about separating from that person. You have to separate yourself from someone who attempts to try to handle you that way. You can't let them think, because those people only latch on to people they know that cannot pull away from them. If they feel like you can't pull away from them, oh yeah, that's what's gonna keep them around. But there's some people that don't deal with none of that shit, and they pull away from them immediately because they know what they're dealing with. They might not identify them as a narc, but they know that they're dealing with somebody who's full of shit. So that's just the key. But anyway, that's my free game for the day. Remember, the people who's struggling, people who going through this type of situation, take time out for yourself, love yourself. When I mean by love yourself, do the things that make you happy. Don't depend on nobody else to make you happy. You do it for yourself. All right, y'all be easy.